This isn't a man. This is a devil in physical form. Brother, what's your name? What's your name,
nasty
brother?
work.
You want
What's your name, brother? 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 I'm talking about the demon in you.
No, you
not Cooley, the demon in you. The demon in you. What's your name? The demon in you.
You don't know my name. You have
before
a woman.
All right, guys, gotta talk about this fascinating debate between Yada Awakening and Cooley. Okay, now they did appear on a podcast by the name of Harley Initiated. I'll definitely leave a link in the description. Now, the last time I saw Yada, he was debating Anton, okay, and Anton smoked him and ran him out the building. Okay, Anton gave him that work. And, you know, hey, now he's back debating Cooley. So I will give him some credit. He is resilient in regards to his talking points. And for this particular segment, they're going to be discussing, is marriage best for a man? Take a look.
Totally not against marriage. I think it's a beautiful thing. But as in regards to signing that piece of paper, that's a different story. That's not, you know, that doesn't make sense, actually. But I think, you know, people should definitely get married and strive to be married, men and women, through the church, where, you know, it's not these laws that incentivizes the other party to break it.
Got it. So essentially you're saying you respect the union of marriage, but you don't agree with the legal
just the laws,
aspect.
just the you know, the legalities behind it. No.
Got it. So personally yourself, just if you're talking to a guy, you're giving him some game, you would probably say, hey brother, like, I don't recommend you legally get married. That would probably be a recommendation you make for a brother.
Well, no, that's not even a recommendation. I would say, hey, if you're going to go into something, you have to go in smart, right? And one, you want to know first who you're going in this contract with. Also, I would, you know, recommend a prenup. You know what I mean? So this person isn't incentivized to divorce it. Currently, right now, we live in a society where women are pedestalized, and they are pedestalized in a way where they only prioritize how they feel, generally speaking. So there's a lot of women that 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. And a lot of these divorces is because I woke up one day and he's not the guy for me. He's not the guy for me anymore. I don't like him anymore. Now, of course, there's many other reasons, cheating and all of these other type of things that's involved in to why the woman initiates the divorce. But if you actually look at it, which I've studied it, it's a lot of it is because it's feelings.
And Yada, what is your opinion on this?
Man, first I want to say, in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, strengthen me, allow God to speak and the devil to be quiet. Praises. Let me do this. I want to speak to the Red Pill Society for a moment. I really want to speak to these brothers because I understand that a lot of you men are hurt. Like, a lot of you men are hurt. I was in a relationship with a woman, and when I started to exit from this woman told everybody I beat on her, right? I was facing 44 years in prison. The internet ran with it. They ran with it. They didn't need no documents. All they need is she filed for these things, and that was the proof for them. 44 years. They told me to plead to 15 years for something I did not do, because a woman said I did something, because she told me if she couldn't have me, she'd rather me be dead. So I have every reason to say, man, you know, marriage, it's just not for me. Women, I just can't trust them. Mind you, I'm facing 44 years in prison. My wife that I have was pregnant at the time. I fall into a state of being a complete alcoholic, a drunk. I turn drunk. I'm losing my mind, literally falling apart. Mental breakdown after mental breakdown after mental breakdown, fall into a deep state of depression. My wife comes in the room. Bro, I have some scissors to my neck. I'm like, it's over with. It's over with. Everything I'm cursing God. God, you ain't nothing. You're not real. You don't exist. Because why would you do this to me? Everything I've been through, this is how I'm going out? And I'm not afraid to be incarcerated. I'm a man wherever you place me. Wherever you place me, I'm standing how I stand, period. And those that know. But this is how I go out. 44 years, plea to 15. I turn into a complete alcoholic. My wife comes in. My wife, the beautiful one you see me posting all the time. She see me at my lowest. My lowest. Scissors to my neck. She comes in, what are you doing? I push her. She runs to the neighbors for help, to help me. Somebody, help this man. Guess what my neighbors do? They clip it for 15 minutes of fame.
Wow.
And says he beat her. There's no documents, there's no police records, there's nothing. So I have every reason to dislike women, especially women that look like me, because these were black women. Black women. Mentally falling apart. I'm talking about, you followed me for how long, brother?
About 5 years now.
Did you see all that stuff that's going on online? Yada's a woman beater. Yada's a woman beater. Yada's a woman beater. Why? I was facing 44 years, plea down to 15. But look at Yada. Look at Yada. Where's the guilty at? No one cared. So Red Pill, I can understand why y'all frustrated. I've been there. I've been attacked by a woman that said she loved me, told me if she couldn't have me, she'd rather me be dead. I understand. But when I sit across from men like him with no substance, and it comes to relationships and marriage, he comes from a place of fear. We have to understand when it comes to marriage, it's deeper than a piece of paper. We're talking about being ordained by God, and a lot of men suffer from divorce because no one has properly told them how to choose a woman. If a man knows how to choose a woman, he does not have to worry about divorce. Me, when that woman was giving me 44 years to say I beat her, I chose that woman. They can go online right now and will not see no response about anything she said. There's no video ever of me speaking bad about this woman because I take full responsibility for what goes on in my life. That's what men do. So when you step into marriage and you have to doubt the woman that you're with, you've already lost. You've already lost. I believe every man that's following the will of the Most High God. Because if I'm not mistaken, God says when you find a wife, you find a good thing. Am I mistaken?
No.
When you find a wife, not shack up with a woman, not have a babies by a woman and not claim her, but when you find a wife, you find a good thing. That's why you have to stop following men like this. He's a shack up man. He shacks up with women. And I know for a fact, he was raised in a single parent household. He's never seen his mother properly loved. This isn't a man, this is a devil in physical form. Brother, what's your name? What's your name, brother?
Nasty work.
You want
what's your name, brother? 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 I'm talking about the demon in you.
No, you
not Cooley, the demon in you. The demon in you. What's your name? The demon in you.
You don't know my name. You have
before
you're a woman.
There we go. That's the devil showing. That's the demon showing. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name, demon? What's your name? What's your name, demon?
You're a female.
What's your name, demon?
Hold
It's going to come. It's coming.
Guys,
It's coming.
1 second.
It's coming.
Guys,
it's coming.
Guys, hold on, wait. Quick.
Yo, I was letting that play out as long as possible. I didn't want to interrupt it because this is a pretty long clip, so I don't want to, expand it any further here. But let me know what you guys think about this. Now, I was trying to follow his story. Is he saying that he wifeyed a woman that said that he put hands and feet on her? Or is he saying that he was with another woman? Like, I'm trying to follow along with his story here. If he's saying that he was with a woman that ultimately put him in a scenario where he was facing prison time. That's nasty work. And I guess his argument is, I'm a man and I chose this woman, therefore I'm gonna stay in a situation like that. Okay. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about that. To call him a devil and you don't know his name and the ad hominems and so on and so forth. I mean, you know, let's keep it about the facts and the actual topic. Okay, let's not, you know, deviate from the topic and, you know, start name calling and so on and so forth. But let me know what you guys think about that.
I destroy men like you. And you're going to see it.
It's coming.
You're going to see it.
It's coming.
I want to make sure we clearly get the answer. Because
he didn't ever answer the question.
Should marriage
be emotions?
It's coming.
And Yada, just so I can be clear here, should marriage be the ultimate goal for men?
All men should strive to marry the woman that they're with. If they don't see that, they should not be with her, period.
Now, Cooley, I do want to give you the opportunity to respond to this. How much of a man's reluctance, or just men in general, their reluctance to get married is based on fear or hurt from past relationships?
I mean, it depends on a man. That's an anecdotal question. But, I mean, a few things that he said there. He's talking about the red pill community. I mean, if you look into that, you're speaking about the red pill community and pointing at me. No one said that I'm in that community. So you have this mindset where you hear certain content and then you just put everyone in a box. That's not how it goes. The thing is this, my brother. The red pill, that concept is just based off of truth. When they asked me the question, I spoke truth. I did not speak how I feel. You're a woman, and you're gonna get this work now. You are a female. I'm looking at across this table in your eyes. You spoke nothing but feelings. You spoke about, your situation, and that you're a victim, and that, and you still married the woman. Great for you, my friend. Great for you. They asked me a question, and I answered it. I never said I was against marriage or anything like that. I answered it properly and said I'm against the marriage in modernity times. Pre-modernity, it was great because women wasn't really working. That incentivization for a woman, it was needed. Currently, right now, there's no need for it.
There's no need for marriage?
You can't even dispute my point.
There's no need for marriage? What'd you say?
I said currently right now, there is no need for the incentivization for women to be incentivized to leave the marriage. They are incentivized to leave the marriage. Would you sign, and now I'm gonna pose the question to you. Would you sign a contract? You seem like a businessman, you're wearing a suit. Would you sign a contract that the other party is incentivized to break it?
Brother,
answer it, yes or no.
Brother,
Don't give me your feelings.
Like you said, I am a businessman, a great businessman. And I understand that family is the first business. I'm speaking, brother. You're shaking your head already.
You ain't answered the question,
You're talking about feminine traits. Shaking your head already. You're shaking your head already.
Females avoid questions.
I'm speaking, brother. I'm speaking.
Yes or no?
You're showing feminine traits again. I listened to you. I did not cut you off. Not once.
This is crazy.
Not once. Control the panties, please. Control the panties.
Hey, bro, come on.
Control the panties.
Little Ninja Turtle over here talking about control the panties. I'm about to get Master Splinter and to correct you, brother. Chill out, man. You sound silly.
Go ahead, Yada.
Brother, again, family
this is crazy.
The first business. If I'm stepping into a business to make money and I don't think the business partner I'm with is beneficial to me, I will not do business with that person. Do you understand? Oh, the demon showing again.
You didn't answer the question.
I just told you.
You didn't answer the question.
Family is the first business.
So you
if
will
I
sign a
have
contract.
to question, marriage is a contract, brother.
Yeah, but
marriage is a contract.
They are incentivized.
Marriage
Your wife
is
right
a
now,
contract.
she's incentivized to leave you.
Marriage is
She'll
a
get
contract,
half.
brother. If my woman left me, she deserves more than half, brother. That's
great,
my
but she's
woman.
still incentivized.
Again, if I'm stepping into a relationship based off fear, I have no business being in a relationship. Feminine traits. Control yourself, brother.
Not feminine traits
Control
at all.
yourself, brother.
So you mean to tell me what is
goodness.
marriage is from the biblical perspective,
goodness,
right?
brother.
So that means that let's just take it back. Let's just take it back even further than pre-modernity, right? So at the end of the day, marriage is a covenant between the man, the woman, and God. There weren't any contracts that was made to incentivize women to leave the man during when marriage first came about. There wasn't anything like this. So I'm not against marriage. I think you still don't understand my point. And I'm not saying not to get into marriage because of fear. I'm just stating what's true. You're using feelings again. So what is true? Would you sign a contract that someone is incentivized to break it?
You just said you're not talking about fear, but you keep on saying, "Oh, she can take half and she can leave you, brother."
No.
Hold on, brother.
That isn't fear. It's a fact.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. No, you're giving your opinion, brother.
No,
Stop.
That is a fact.
Stop.
Please refute
Are you married?
my point.
Are you married?
Please refute.
Are you married?
I'm not married. No.
Okay, so how can you speak on this, brother? You're not qualified to even open your mouth right now. You're not qualified to open your mouth right now. You're not married.
Okay, so marriage is a relationship. So marriage is under the umbrella of a relationship. So therefore, since someone doesn't have a title, that doesn't even make no sense. That's a logical fallacy. That's the appeal to authority fallacy, which means that you could say that, well, bro, you don't have a certificate, so you can't speak on this.
What?
What are you speaking about? So tell me, let's test your logic real quick. If someone is a mechanic and they have 15 years of experience, but they never got their certificate, 15 years of experience. The other person, they have 1 year of experience, but they got their certificate. Who do you think is better at fixing your car?
If I have
Who do you think is better at fixing your car? Answer the question. What I'm telling you,
you're not making sense. You're not making sense again.
You committed a logical fallacy.
Your feminine traits are showing again.
Bro,
again.
Let's keep the.
You're gonna lose this debate, bro.
This is getting out of hand a little bit, right? The personal attacks. You're a woman. Like, let's stick to the actual facts and the topic. Okay, is marriage best for a man? Okay, and I think what Cooley is saying here, he's not against marriage, but signing a contract, having the government in your affairs is not necessarily in your best interest as a man. Okay, and Yada is basically saying it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. If you're signing a contract, you should ultimately, I guess, trust the woman or get into the relationship and put God first, and then everything else will just work out. And it's like, you also need to put the work in as well, okay? You have the faith, okay, great, but you also need to put the work in as a man in order to secure yourself in that situation, okay? When you're living in 2024, 2025 is a whole lot different in comparison to the 1950s.
So Cooley, do you consider there to be any benefit to marriage for men?
Well, let me ask the question this way. I'll bring the question and pose it to him. No one's stuttering.
Nah, you don't have to ask me no questions,
but
brother.
I'll pose the question to the entire audience in the conversation. What benefit does a marriage? I mean, there's a few benefits that marriages get, that men get in marriage, and that's okay, tax benefits and multiple other benefits. But as far as signing the paper, because we got to differentiate the two. Marriage, being married in a covenant under a church, under religion or God and stuff like that, yeah, it's spiritual. It's many benefits as far as spiritual benefits, of course. But if we're speaking about it, if we take that part away and we're speaking about it just signing the contract, the only other benefit is some tax benefits. Other than that, what benefit does a marriage?
So let me
just finish real quick. My point.
Got it.
The question that I'm posing is, what benefit does a man get in a marriage that he already doesn't get in a relationship?
Okay, bro. Now listen to me, brother. You said this spiritual. You said this spiritual. You said this. I'm not gonna answer the way you want me to, but I'm gonna answer it.
Okay, cool.
Thank you so much.
Got it.
You say the spiritual aspect. Take that away. You can't take it away. When you're doing business at a high level, clearly this is not a business, man. He's a TikToker. I get it. But when you're doing business at a high level, the first thing the person asks you is, "Are you married? Come to dinner. Bring your wife." That validates how consistent a man can be, how trustworthy a man can be. No real man is going to shack up with a woman and not make sure she's properly taken care of if he passes away. So if Cooley built a lot of wealth and he's with a woman and he dies, guess what's going to happen? Guess who's going to get the wealth? not the woman that he's been shacking up with.
Oh, that's a lie. You can do all of that without signing a piece of paper. You can put someone on your will. You can make a woman a beneficiary. Listen, let me answer the question.
I can't wait.
So what I'm telling you is, what you just said is a lie. You just said that. Well, what's the wife gonna benefit from this marriage if he happens to die? Well, he could still put her on the will. He could still make her a beneficiary. He could do all of these things without actually signing that paper. Also, right, if he is in a relationship with a woman, he can still protect and provide for that woman. If he loves that woman, he can still take a bullet for that woman.
And this is what I mean right here when I said this is not a businessman. Because if you write a will can be contested. Do you know what that means? Contested. You're not a man. You're not making no real money, so you don't understand. Listen to me for one moment.
What you talking about?
No, brother. I heard you say on a podcast you make over 6 figures a year. I make over 6 figures a month. We're two different types of men.
That's totally fine. You still a Ninja Turtle.
Next feminine traits. Feminine traits.
You started
feminine traits.
So, I asked him. The crazy thing is, before we started,
look at the demon showing his face.
Do you want to make ad hominem attacks?
Come on, look at me when you're speaking.
That's nasty.
So check it out. Let's try to keep it. Let's try to stay progressive here, fellas, because I want to make sure we can actually move through this, because this is actually a really important conversation, because Cooley's not the only guy I've heard say that.
Right.
There's a lot of men that actually believe this, because we've seen things go left for men on many occasions, and there is just a lot of discomfort and concern building around the union of marriage. So I'm curious about this because, you know, I got a little sister myself. Many of us, just how life is going to go, we're going to end up raising daughters ourselves. It's just kind of what it is.
Yeah.
I know sometimes we can get caught up in protecting ourselves as men, which we have to. I mean, we have to think about what practically makes sense for us. But let's think about it like this. I want to twist this. If we were giving some game to our little sisters or a woman that we care about, is it a good idea, or do you think, Cooley, a woman can still be secure, protected, and I guess comforted in a marriage without the legal document and paperwork? Is that a good deal for the woman as well?
Yeah, she could be married in a church under, you know, the Spirit of God. That's totally fine. Why would you? The thing is, like, this whole thing as far as the legal situation, this is still new. You know what I mean? And the legal situation, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. It only benefits the woman. It doesn't benefit the man at all. And the man, the only reason why, like, did you listen, or did anyone listen to the things that I said in the beginning? Pre-modernity, women weren't really working. They weren't in the workforce. So the reason why they made the marriage laws this way, where women get alimony and things like that, is to incentivize them because they're not working, right? But prior to even that, there wasn't any incentivization for women to get. Now we're in modernity. Women are in the workforce. So therefore, why are they still being incentivized to leave the man? That doesn't add up. That's the only part that I'm against, is the legal part. Marriage itself is a blessing. It's a great thing.
What about the selection process?
What you mean?
Choosing the right woman? How much do you think that factors into it?
I mean, that factors into everything. I mean, a man choosing the right woman is everything. A man needs to have discernment. A man, he needs to really, really make sure he's choosing a woman that's worthy of taking a bullet for. Like, this is the thing. Women want a man to protect and provide for them and to take a bullet for, right? That's what they want. They want a leader. So the man should find a woman that's worth taking a bullet for, a very submissive woman, a feminine woman, a woman that's going to cheerlead him on, a woman that's going to be by his side. Yeah.
A leader does not need anyone to cheerlead them on. They just lead. They just lead. And this is what I'm saying, brother. I understand that you were raised in a home without a father. I can see it all on you. No, listen to me. I love you, and I want you to understand this.
Scott.
I love you. But bro, you've been hurt. You've been extremely hurt,
you've just
and it's still
expressed your
showing.
hurt.
And
I've
it's
never
still
been as hurt
showing.
as you've been-
And it's still,
as
and it's
you've
still.
been.
You're stuttering, brother. And
No,
it's
I've
showing.
never been as hurt
It's
as you.
showing, brother. It's
Never
showing.
been as hurt.
It's showing.
You just explain your whole
It's
situation,
showing,
how
brother.
hurt you were.
Yada,
It's
quick,
showing,
quick
brother.
question,
So I'm
Yada.
sorry for you.
Is
Thank
I
you.
never had no
Thank
chick
you.
play me like that.
what do you see? The reality of it is,
You sure?
going back to it, it is a lot of men that that have fear around marriage. What does that say?
And this is what men need to do, brothers. If you have to question the woman that you're with, you need to go back into healing. We are responsible for the women that we bring into our lives. And as the brother said, men are leaders, and we lead in the good and the bad, and real leaders take full accountability for everything that goes on in their life. So if you chose the wrong woman, it's your fault. And then ask yourself why you chose that wrong woman, and self-reflect on which you need to be. All praises.
There you have
Got
it.
it.
I want to make, we're about to close this one out in a few. I wanted to give, obviously you just spoke, I want to give Cooley an opportunity to close out. Did you have any final thoughts, on this topic before we close out and move to the next subject here, or the next topic? Should marriage be the ultimate goal for men?
Marriage is a beautiful thing. Anyone out there that wants to get married, go ahead. If you're a woman and you find a man, a leader, a protector, a provider, a good man, submit to that man. If you're a man and you find a woman that's worthy of taking a bullet for, that's, on your side, that's being very submissive and feminine to you, and, she's a good woman, you have this chemistry. If it's a good relationship, go ahead and get married.
All right, guys, so there you have it. Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Okay, I don't even know if I would call this a debate. I think this was more so personal attacks, wrestling in the mud, so to speak, in regards to name calling, so on and so forth. Okay, as a man, you got to play defense out here. You really do, because the law is against you. Okay, child support, alimony, spousal support. There's forces that you have no control over that is against you when it comes to society. I'm just saying. And I don't think there's any problem with a man wanting to dot his I's and cross his T's and ultimately making the best decision, right? Because again, when you're looking at the 1950s, it was probably a no-brainer to get married, right? 1950s, boom, you want to get married, have a child, create a legacy. That's a no-brainer. But when you're looking at the 2024, 2025, what's going on when it comes to women possibly leaving marriages, 70 to 80% of women leaving marriages, that gives you reason to pause, right? I'm just saying, that gives you reason to pause. And, in a society where society is not going to have your back as a man, you got to build yourself up. Men are not born, they're built. You work your whole life to build up any equity. If you bought a home, businesses, what have you, you worked your whole life to get to that position. I don't see any issues with a man saying, you know what? Let me really think about this, right? Let me really think about, do I want to put myself in a position to possibly get married, right? I see both sides. I see a man going his own way, and I get it. I see a man possibly grabbing his passport, finding a woman outside the country. I get it. And I also see a man finding a woman within North America, a good woman, okay, a diamond in the rough, and possibly wanting to get married. I get that as well. But I think the key takeaway here is you got to be extremely careful, right? You almost got to play defense out here and protect your neck while you're maneuvering this thing called life. Okay, for a man, the way you view life or the way you experience life is completely different than a woman. Okay, we are living two different realities when it comes to life. And as a man, I don't see an issue with the man playing defense out here and making the best decision for him where he's not ultimately in a compromising situation. You have to build yourself in this world. Or according to society, you ain't nothing. right? That's just the reality of the situation. I'm just saying. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback. And until next time.